doing a spectacular job showing off some really solid frame trap rushdown.
Exactly. Speaking of incredible reversal capabilities, Name is absolutely on point with that. Moving into losers finals, we got Name versus Lightice. Already started things off here with the Geo and the Chipp. Both of them just kind of giving that mid-range check. It's all about, like, this one isn't even so much about constant corner pressure. It's just repetitive neutral wins, but who's the one that gets the better punish?
Exactly. Both of these characters have such great ability to jockey for position in that mid-range with explosive movement and really, really strong buttons, and we're going to be seeing a lot of those being thrown back and forth. Now, Name, I have trained with this man enough to know he hates Chipp, so once he gets put in the mix-up, it could be very hard for him to recover. He's going to have to win these neutral exchanges concisely and quickly so that he can force Lightice on the defensive.
Exactly. I think simplicity is key here because when you try to overcomplicate it, you deal with overhead mix-ups, but multiple PR seeing their way, trying to get out of pressure, and pretty much nothing happened before it, and Lightice still having burst, completely dominant round as he gets the throw.
Definitely, yeah. Name looking a little bit flustered here. We've normally seen him playing the aggressor, being very, very forward and very offensive with his gameplay. But now, against a character that kind of outmatches him in terms of speed, he has found himself kind of at a loss for what to do in those situations.
Exactly. This is my job. I'm the one who I have a whole dash-up mechanic. But this, at least now with this match, we can actually see like Spiral come through. We didn't really get to see that happen too much in the previous ones. But then again, Lightice actually gets the opportunity to go in the sky. I just realized Lightice hasn't been able to go airborne in quite some time safely.
True. Yeah, Giovanna doesn't really have as many tools to deal with the aerial approach. That said, she does have some really strong options for the grounded approach. 2D is spectacular for catching opponents blankly trying to run up at you with how active it is.
Yeah, like you're saying, that very deceptive range on 2D. Like, that animation does not match up. I love the disrespectful kick at the end there, by the way. Going into the next round here, that looked very similar to the way that Name would answer Nago. It's like, okay, when I do get my hits, the capitalization that he gets off the mix-ups, his mix-ups in mid-range have been so good, but just even looking at what that 2D was before, you could barely tell that hit Chipp.
Yes. Yeah, it's interesting. We're seeing him throw it out a lot more proactively now, trying to preempt the run-ins. And it's a really smart option against a character like Chipp because it's hard for Lightice to react to his own character. Once he runs up like that, it can be very easy to catch them off guard with buttons like that. And that is where Name is going to get his lead in the neutral.
And it's actually like it worked to the point where it got Name to be able to get a lot more throws.
Yeah, it's interesting. We've seen Lightice having to play the ground game very, very frequently. Now, suddenly, his ground game is being stifled more.
Yep.
Giovanna is doing an excellent job with these pokes to try and keep him at bay. We're seeing it right now. He's just throwing them out.
Yeah,
here and there.
That's basically that right there is the same thing that you would see out of Nago go for 2S, except the difference it's easier to notice.
Exactly.
But with this one, it's just working so well. Gonna be given, Lightice gonna be getting positive meter out of this though. You have to take advantage of it, which he is. Baits the
burst bait, but not quite able to get the follow-up there. He's looking to go for the double Alpha Blade combo. That said, this should finish things up. Yeah, not a meter to his name. He's not getting out of that.
Everybody, like, everything just so back and forth. Anytime there has never been an overly dominant round amongst, like, the top four. It's been thoroughly impressive to watch. Once again, trading things up, but Lightice is just so good at boxing out of the corner. I know I keep saying it, but like, it takes so much confidence to press buttons against somebody who is completely rushdown based.
Especially when you're playing a character that blows up at like a stiff wind.
Yeah,
you know?
like one bad counter hit and it's over.
All right, playing very aggressively now, evening things up almost immediately after getting out of the corner. That said, Giovanna still has a lot of meter to work with. I can imagine we're going to be seeing it pop somewhat in this defense. Alpha Blade coming through, immediately dashing right back out, using that JS to cover his escape. Brilliant.
Oh my god, and the way that Lightice just played around YRC, he kept going for a run-up 2Ps. Just like, poke, is it there? No, poke, is it there? No, throw. Like,
sorry, please go ahead.
No, it was just so smart. He understood the only way he loses that round is if YRC goes off because he overcommitted. That was really smart the way he dissected that out of Name, who was pretty much hunting for that one, like, really big block string.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to be getting back into the next. Once again, throwing out those pokes preemptively, trying to play a little bit careful. We're seeing a lot more air game from Lightice now, recognizing the game plan from Name. I mean, he's not even trying to hide it, right?
Yeah. And at that point, it's the layers. It's like the extra layers. Like, okay, when do I finally stop this? And even for Lightice, he decided to go for the triple, and just wait to see if he decided to come at him too quickly. This is so even.
Yeah, it's still ridiculously close. I mean, if you look at all of the resources that both players have right now, the health values don't really say as much.
That was really smart recognition of if he got hit confirmed, if that was going to put him at bar. Because that one hit, it was still moving up. It just went over bar.
Definitely. All right, looks like Name struggling just a little bit in the neutral now. He might be playing a little bit too defensive at this point. I think that he's kind of falling back on the same means, and it's not quite working out for him. That said, the Clash Beta Blade. Excellent catch there from Name.
Yeah, and somehow was able to walk away from that round without having to expend burst too, because I feel like this is such a crucial round.
All right, he's going to use it immediately now to try and make sure Lightice doesn't build up any momentum. He really wants to try and put him to bed real quick.
Yeah, trying to put us to bed too. We get deep in the night, but you know what? Once again, this is some high-level action Guilty Gear. I'm loving it. And Lightice just trying, he's trying so hard to, I think he's trying to bait dash up, but he doesn't need to though, because he's gonna get the wall break.
Absolutely amazing catch here. Gets the knockdown, and that is the important part here, allowing Lightice to set up for yet another amazing block string sequence.
Perfect execution to move him right to the corner too. Borderline on touch. Tries to go for Dust. Only takes 5K. Not too bad.
Yeah, really solid defense from Name there, playing very, very carefully. All right, but the jump in is going to spell good night. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. We are even now in this game 3.
This is incredible. These two are just going, just perfect execution going back and forth. Losers finals trying to find their way into Grands, and we haven't even reached the final round of it so far. Everything, but now Lightice moving to the corner. This is usually where Name gets very aggressive though, once it gets back to this point.
Yes, yeah, now he's able to reset. Excellent dash and catching the whip. You hit the nail right on the head there, Ajax.
Every single time. Costa goes for a great anti-air. He's starting to find a lot of openings. Spiral arrow coming through after 2D.
The burst is going to halt things just a little bit here, but you can see Name is already pushing in a little bit more than he used to. Catches him with the late overhead. All right, moving for aggression. Excellent tick throw.
Beautiful execution. Oh, okay, still finishes food. All right. We've seen quite a few times where it's like kind of my broken record at this point, but Lightice constantly gets himself out of that spot. But Name going through an incredible losers run so far through top 8, constantly finding his way through.
It is amazing to see because, I mean, I feel like in this set, predominantly Lightice has been maintaining the momentum of this game.
Yeah.
But off of these little hits, off of these little, he'll get like a counter hit or two, he'll manage to knock him down once in neutral. Name is building a fortress.
Exactly. Also, correction chat, I meant to say Lightice's losers run, not Name, but still, stifling the losers run from Lightice is what I meant to say earlier. This has been thoroughly impressive, but Lightice gets an opening. He refuses to let die. This has to go to game 5.
Almost certainly.
I need this to go to game 5 at this point.
Almost certainly. It looks like you might be getting your wish here with Lightice taking yet another round, and a very commanding one at that.
Yeah, looked very dominant, and I like the fact that Name, it looked like Name was trying to purposely get him to walk to the corner, but now he just gets to hold forward, 2D, trying to keep him stuck. But I'm really liking how Lightice keeps dipping his way back to center stage, the way he protects his route and doesn't get too committal. But this could be the round going to Name.
What an intense anti-air, getting a solid follow-up there and catching him on the landing with the low here to seal out the round. And Name is on match point, ladies and gentlemen. All right, brilliant stuff here. Setting up the pressure immediately, going right up to the wall. Catches him with the command grab. Solid stuff. All right, pushing in. Immediately pops the meter to go for the overhead here, and Lightice is really trying to shut things down, clamp down on this lead that Name has right now.
A big counter hit, but not too much else after it. Good job reading what he's going in on. He tried to go for the air-to-air, but did not get it. Out the plate, goes back over to the cross-up. Instant RC, he finds the openings. Lightice is so close to getting himself into game number 5.
Oh, and it looks like he will have it, ladies and gentlemen. The 6K, the bane of my man Name's existence coming through here.
You saw the deep sigh there. The deep sigh that came in.
Oh no, the reason I know that is whenever we play friendlies, I hit him with that 3 times before he goes down in a row. He's groaning after that one. Excellent command grab coming through though from Lightice.
That's a good statement there. Oh yeah, good job not falling for it 2 times in a row. But a lot of meter on deck. Gold burst, like you said.
All right, wants to use that meter. Yeah, definitely pushing it. Interesting play here. We're seeing some neutral jumps and stuff coming through from Name here, trying to catch the jump-ins on Lightice so he can start some momentum.
Yeah, preemptively trying to go for air dares quite a bit, kind of giving up his game plan. That just allowed Lightice to like walk underneath him and move him in the corner.
All right, catching him off. Excellent stuff here. Going to get that wall break. Lightice still got a burst, got a sizable lead here. This could very well be his game and his set to win, ladies and gentlemen.
And that is a huge amount. That he left so much meter on board. Luckily, though, he's almost got all the burst back, but he cannot afford to take another mix-up for Lightice like that. 2D gets punished. We're seeing he's now adjusting pretty well to the spacing on when he tries to poke him.
All right, starting to get some pressure off. Excellent delayed 2D there from Name, but he's not able to follow up. You know, Lightice just jumping right on out.
That's pretty smart. Name, like, just positioned himself exactly where he knew Alpha Blade was going to be.
Yeah, it is a fairly strong defensive option, but it's a little unfortunate as well. Rather than trying to catch the jumps and make these guesses, Name is giving up precious space that's allowing Lightice the opportunity to escape.
Yeah, like, it doesn't feel like Name's always just, like, right there, but he just misses out. But Gold Burst, trying to get the round. He has to do everything he can. Command grab, starting things off already. Not looking too good.
Wake up super. It's not going to land. All right, yeah, using that purple RC to try and keep things safe. He's going to get caught by the landing H, though. Dangerous stuff here. Lightice running away with these command grabs coming through, and it is absolutely his game. 6K coming through here, and Lightice going to be moving on to the grand finals to play Dorievis.
Shutting it down. Incredible job, and also incredible run back. Dorievis going into loser's side earlier from the winner semis match that we saw. That was incredibly good. He was forced to switch to the Milia, and that was the first instance of what we got to see that, and then we saw